I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 Chief Rock in Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly. Right? All right, man. I see y'all. Party people in the place to be. What's good? Good morning. Good morning. Let's kick this thing off right, man. Blue tears, orange tears, blorange tears. Bam. What's good, y'all? You. All right, I see y'all, man. Roy Hughes is in the house. DSJ is in the house. Harlem CEO is in the house. BT is in the house. Kaiser Sauce is in the house. Everybody is in the house. Okay. All right. Soulfinger is in the house. What's good, man? What's good, Soulfinger? Soulfinger. Dopest name on the joint, Soulfinger. What's good, man? What's good with you? Yeah, man. I got this feeling that tonight is gonna be a good night. No, I'm tripping. I ain't doing that Black Eyed Peas stuff with y'all. Hey, DSJ. I was gonna bust in here and sneak some Black Eyed Peas joints in here to see if y'all was paying attention. I have been known to use song titles to check people to see if they paying attention to what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I've been known to do that. You know what I'm saying? But today I'm not really going to do that. What I'm really going to do though is I'm going to drill down on the hypocrisy in our fan base, which is play the kids. I'm going to drill down on the hypocrisy that exists in our fan base. The hypocrisy is play the kids, right? It's a hypocrisy because a lot of people, yeah. Where's the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Yeah. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna drill down on the hypocrisy of our fan base. Now, listen, I say hypocrisy because I assume the Knicks fan base is one unit, right? I assume that the Knicks fan base is just one group, one sound, right? For the sake of this, I'm just going to assume that everybody in the Knicks fan base are all on the same page, right? I'm just going to assume that everybody is on the same page, right? Because if you say one thing, everybody's up in arms. If you say another thing, everybody is up in arms. So I'm assuming that since being up in arms is the how we do it, if being up in arms is how we do it, then I'm assuming whatever topic we talk about, everybody's going to be on the same page. This is how we do it. Everybody on the same page, right? So if everyone is on the same page, how come random dumbass stories always catch wreck? This is a question for BT and DSJ. How does random internet stories always catch wreck? I was minding my business as I like to do, and I saw a thing with Alan Hahn saying that the Bradley Beal to the Knicks thing has been in the works for 2 years. Right? I know for a fact that the Bradley Beal thing has not been in the works for 2 years. Somebody asked me how I know if I don't work for the Knicks. Well, how I know is the same organization that Alan Hahn works for now. Last year was reporting that the Knicks were trying to trade for Donovan Mitchell. Boom, boom, boom. I gotta get that mindset, that I gotta get in that mindset that Alan Hahn is either making this thing up on the fly, and I respect Alan Hahn, by the way. I like Alan Hahn a lot. Right? I respect Alan Hahn, right? I feel like he a straight up dude. He a New Yorker. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the dude is legit. I don't feel like he shoots me the gas. On this one, though, Alan Hahn, you shooting me the gas. Alan Hahn pulls out, the gas thing is like boom, boom, boom. Alan Hahn, you shoot me the gas on this one. How can we say the Knicks have been working on this for 2 years when all last summer, not this time last summer, but around this time last summer, we were talking about, this time last summer, the rumor was the Knicks are trying to trade up in the draft to get Jaden Ivey. That was one, right? And then during the draft, after Jaden Ivey goes to Detroit, the rumor is, they're going after Spider. Right? Building blocks is in the house. And so the thing is, the reason why I say that the fan base is hypocritical about the babies is this. If we say play the kids and somebody puts out a clear fake story, how are we then out here talking about, well, what will we give up for Bradley Beal? What are we talking about? Are we throwing in the towel on Quentin Grimes already? Ain't this the same fan base that said, well, Quentin Grimes is this and Quentin Grimes is that? And I'm intend to agree. Now, I'm not talking about Quentin Grimes' value. I'm not talking about Grimes' value. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about how every time a story comes out, we flip the switch on what the story is. Now that the stories are, yeah, a star is coming to New York, man. What is New York going to give up, man? Because if you are indeed in that camp of playing the kids, Greeny is in the house. What's good, Papa? I hope the family is doing well. I hope the family is doing well, boss. Every time somebody puts out fake news and you know it's fake, Top Notch T is in the house. What's good, boss? Top Notch T, this one might be for you. This one might be for you. Check this out. How come every time the media puts out clear clickbait, Knicks fans jump all over it? Knicks fans jump all over it. Yo, you saw the Bradley Beal thing? No, I didn't see it. I don't care. Because if we just talking about Brunson and Randall and then the kids, I don't care nothing about gossip. Coach Shaw's in the house. Top Notch T, you feel me? Look, like listen, if me and Top Notch T is together and first of all, TNT gonna be like, yeah, you know, I don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck regardless. You know what I'm saying? Listen, life is too short. I'm not gonna be out here trying to impress. I don't live to impress people. Right? I'm gonna keep it a buck. People like it or they don't like it. They can take it or they don't take it. Because in life, I've realized the older you get, the more you realize that, yo, everybody ain't going to be your friend and you ain't going to be able to impress everybody. Be yourself. That's me. Some people can take me, some people can't. I ain't worried about that. They worry about that. But TNT say, yo, you know what I mean? TNT be like, yo, keeping it real, Uncle Freezy, keeping it real, right? Keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? You heard about the Bradley Beal thing, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, nah. I don't care nothing about the rumors and the gossip and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about that stuff. And TNT says, it's the media, not the fans. Why the Knicks come up in every conversation now? Bim. Okay. All right. Good point. But the only thing about that, though, TNT, is this. The only thing about that is this. When you're a YouTuber, cats hit you up all the time with like these wild scenarios. Wiz did it last night on the Knicks at Night podcast. Right in front of us. And no disrespect to Wiz. Wiz my man. Excuse me. Wiz is my man. Yo, Yo, Wiz my man. Wiz last night was like, yo, would you entertain these 17 wild trade scenarios? And I'm like, nah. I ain't entertaining them. If they happen, they happen. But nah, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? My thing is ultimately, are Knicks fans throwing in the towel already? Why do Knicks fans throw in the towel like every summer? Y'all hit me up with some like y'all, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, look at Bradley Beal contract, you know what I'm saying? Look at Bradley Beal making all that money. Man, listen. Listen, money is always a major issue. Money is always a major issue with everyone. Money is a major issue with anyone. Right? Money is always going to be a major issue. But here's the thing. How are we talking about what Bradley Beal make when we had Evan Fournier and Derrick Rose sitting on the bench making $34 million? For the love of the game is in the building. For the love of the game is in the building. Okay. Salute, salute, salute. Salute. Hey, and if you new here, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on. If you true here, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Support the family. Right? If you new here, subscribe. If you true here, hit the like. Continue growing this thing so that we can continue to put out Knicks content every day. Except Saturdays. I try not to do that on Saturdays, man. I'll be trying to be the man about town on Saturdays. Saturdays, I'll be trying to be the man about town, doing stuff. RC Creative is in the house. Mississippi Dog is in the house. So are Knicks fans throwing in the towel on Grimes and other young players just for the sake of going out and getting somebody that these guys will be in a year or two? Mississippi Dog says, Karl Anthony Towns is more realistic than Bradley Beal. Nobody's going to want Randall unless they get back a first rounder. Randall is detrimental to a team's chemistry, and he's overpaid. I got something for that. I saw a video this morning. And in that video, I saw a trade scenario. Karl Anthony Towns to the Golden State Warriors for Jordan Poole and Kuminga. And when I heard that, I was like, you know what? Doesn't that make more sense for them to do as opposed to us doing it? Doesn't that make more sense? They have salary match and they have young players waiting to break out. Both are ready to. Cat is probably ready to win the championship, and Jordan Poole and Jonathan Kuminga are ready for their own teams. In terms of Karl Anthony Towns, he's a heck of a player. My only thing with Karl Anthony Towns is when you bring him here, you have to bring other stuff. You have to bring a support system for him. That's what I was telling Hoodie Cab all the time. Like, yo, Cat is just need more stuff to go with him. And I'm not saying he's a diva. I'm not saying he's a diva. What I'm saying is when you get a Karl Anthony Towns, you have to have a certain type of 4 next to him. You have to have a certain type of 3 next to him. And you have to reinvent your offense because Cat is now your offense. Corey Lee is in the house. Toonie Got It is in the house. Somebody made a comment here. I'm going to get back to the point. Are we throwing in the towel on Grimes by pursuing Bradley Beal, Zach LaVine, and Donovan Mitchell? Right? But somebody put a comment in here. I can't let it go by. There it is. Coach says, Cat is easier to deal with than Randall. No. Nah. I'm going to name some players and y'all tell me what they all have in common. Julius Randle, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis. Wait, stop typing. Don't type yet. Don't type yet. Don't tell me what they all had. Just wait. Let me finish. Let me name them. Karl Anthony Towns. Wait a minute. Don't type yet. Don't type. I know y'all want to give it away. Relax. Let me get through the list first before y'all start telling the answer. Karl Anthony Towns, Julius Randle, Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, Willie Cauley-Stein, Skal Labissiere, right? Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox. What do all these big human beings have in common? They all have an inferiority complex, right? Like this weird inferiority thing going on, right? But guess what? guess what they also have in common? They all went to RC Creative. God dog it. RC, yo, let me, come on, yo. You got to let me build this thing. Y'all letting the cat out of the bag, so to speak. Right? Y'all are letting the cat out of the bag. Right? My thing is don't tell me that Julius Randle has some type of issue when I see DeMarcus Cousins with the same issue. And guess where this issue comes from? Don't tell me Randall has an issue and some type of inferiority complex. Don't tell me DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie, has some type of complex. Don't tell me Anthony Davis, the best of all of them, has like this complex, right? And then say, right? And then say that one of the dudes in that group does not have that complex. Right? Because even before, even when DeMarcus Cousins was putting up MVP type numbers and wasn't getting credit for it, because we all know it was a travesty. Y'all know DeMarcus Cousins was putting up MVP type numbers. Y'all know that. Everybody know that, right? Everybody know that. Everybody know DeMarcus Cousins was putting up MVP type numbers in New Orleans, right? With Anthony Davis, right? We all know that. Even before that, you know he had an attitude issue. right? So you're looking at Boogie with some type of attitude, some type of issue. Anthony Davis with some type of issue, right? Cat with some type of issue. And then think Randall, who comes from that, is not going to have that same type issue. Let's go. Let's just talk about the facts. You know what I'm saying? Let's not try to trade in, like, you know what I'm saying, a 2014 Escalade for a 2015 Escalade and then think that it's not still an Escalade. It is. It is. Right? Like, let's not act like Julius Randle is an isolated thing. Julius Randle comes from a factory that produces cats with this type of whatever it is that Randle has. Terrence Jones was like that. Y'all remember Terrence Jones? Yes. Terrence Jones, the same thing. Terrence Jones, then Randle, Willie Cauley-Stein, Scal LaBCA, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis. You can even throw in the 6'9" Kevin Knox. They all have this thing. Coach was like, yeah, it's a bigger, more efficient escalator. Yo, that's hilarious. That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious, bro. Basically what I'm getting at is what I'm getting at is these players come from a certain family they come from, and they're gonna be that. They're gonna be that. It's like Duke small forwards. A small forward coming out of Duke, for the most part, is gonna be a smooth scoring, silky smooth scoring small forward scoring machine type. if going to the right situation. You get a Duke small forward, you basically know what you're getting. You're getting a smooth small forward with handles, Grant Hill type, like a Grant Hill, a Brandon Ingram type of small forward, smooth score. Cam Reddish, smooth scorer. You know what you're getting. Like, when you see him, you can trace it all the way back to one place. You can trace it back to one place. So the thing with Julius Randle is let's not act like Julius Randle is a Martian. Julius Randle is not a Martian. Now, at times he may play like an alien. You're like, man, how does a dude 250 shoot threes and get 10 rebounds? Usually a dude that gets 10 rebounds doesn't have the touch to knock down threes. They just don't go together. You know what I'm saying? They just don't go together. A dude that can shoot threes and a dude that gets you 10 rebounds, that's a weird NBA 2K archetype that is hard to play with. B-Baller for Braille is in the house. Okay. But if we could get back on topic just for a moment. If we could get back on topic for just a moment. Are you the Knicks fan ready to throw these kids in a trade in order to get a Bradley Beal. I watched the thing with Alan Hahn. Alan Hahn was excited. The Bradley thing is going to happen, Greeny. The Bradley Beal thing is on deck. Shout out to Alan Hahn. Right? Shout out to Alan Hahn, man, representing us, man. He do a good job representing us. Y'all notice Corey Lee don't come around no more? Corey Lee must have hit the number or something. Y'all notice Corey Lee don't come in at night, come around at night no more? Corey Lee don't mess around and hit the number. That's what it, hey, congratulations, boss. Corey Lee hit the number, man. All I want to do is, if you don't hit the number, bro, I don't want nothing. I might come around and smoke some Newports with you. I don't even smoke, by the way. I don't even smoke cigarettes, by the way. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke nothing. I used to be at the cigar shop a lot. I liked cigars, but I'm trying to get to a certain place. D Nice is in the house. And D Nice says, yeah, Brunson accelerated the process, right? What I'm gonna say to that is, what I've been wanting to say to that is, I agree and I disagree, right? And D Nice, I'm not saying what you said is not a smart take. I think it's an excellent take. Soul Finger in here talking about, man, y'all know y'all smoke cools. So based on what D Nice said is this. Brunson accelerated the process, but let me say this. Brunson's a good player. But let's not look at the byproduct of what happened as let's not look at the end result as where we are. Because Jalen Brunson got us to the second round, and we're a second round team, right? We're definitely a second round team, right, going forward. And in my mind, I want to believe that we're championship contenders. But are we really, with the roster set up the way that it is? So yes, Jalen Brunson makes the roster better, right? But I still feel like the roster needs improvements. Like, for instance, I guess I'm talking all around it. I'm stomping the yard with it, and I should probably explain it in a different way. Let me explain it this way. Jalen Brunson improved the point guard position. And with the point guard position now intact, the Knicks are a better team. But we still have issues, other issues around the roster. If that makes sense. The Knicks had a glaring hole at point. Jalen Brunson fixed that hole at point. Now the roster is better, but it's not complete. And see, and I'll use this and respect to Mississippi Dog. Right? Respect to Mississippi Dog. Respect. But let me say this. I'm going to read the two comments together. I'm going to read his comment, and then I'm going to read my question. The Knicks should monitor the Tyler Hero situation down in Miami. That's Mississippi Dog's statement. And my question was, are Knicks fans throwing in the towel on Quentin Grimes? You see what I'm talking about? Like you see the correlation between the two questions. The thing is, the Knicks should monitor Tyler Hero situation down there in Miami. And I'm asking, are Knicks fans throwing in the towel on Grimes? Because if you get Tyler Hero, there is no more Quentin Grimes experiment. And I understand where y'all coming from on Grimes. I'm not throwing Grimes away. What I'm saying is, of all the other positions on the court, why are we talking about upgrading Grimes' position? Why are we talking about upgrading Grimes' position? Is Grimes the reason why we didn't advance? I don't think so. Corey Lee says Knicks fans are something, 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 but I'm too busy to care because I'm counting my money. Dang, Corey Lee. Lee, you too busy counting money? Okay, I got you. Sherwin says averaging 17 assists, is that a winning formula? Yeah, but Sherwin, you got to understand this goes both ways. Assists are a two-way street. Assists are a two-way street. You know? Wacko is in the house. Put away the women and children. Wacko in the building. Good morning, boss. Ed Walker is in the house. I see you. Yeah, Sherwin. Assists are a two-way street, boss. You can make the pass. You could create the pass all you want, but if guys are not shooting and when they shoot, they miss, that's not a point guard issue. Shotgunner is in the house. Good morning, Shotgunner. Book up. Shotgunner is in the house. Shotgunner is like, yo. Shotgunner is in the house. Are you on the call? I'm too loud.
Yeah.
Miss Mocha said that the Knicks one and drive is too loud. She came in and slammed the door. My bad, boss lady. They got conference. I forget that they have conference calls. And so how this situation is set up, right? The boss lady. So we have a nook right off of this thing right here, where she just took that whole nook area, and that's where we work from home at, right? And so we have like 3 bedrooms down the short hallway, and I have, stupid of me, I took the first bedroom instead of taking the back bedroom to turn into Studio G, right? I don't know why I did that. I should have went all the way in the back, but I didn't. Right. So I'm in this first thing with the door open, and I can see her in the nook over there. And sometimes I get kind of loud. You know what I'm saying? So they in there talking about real stuff. They in there talking about business. And I'm in here talking about Karl Anthony Towns' jump shot. Yo, this is crazy. It's crazy. So I think one of her coworkers was like, "Who was Quentin Grimes?" I think one of her coworkers is like, "Does Quentin Grimes work for us?" No, he don't work. No, he don't work for us. Yeah. And Kaiser Sose says trading for Beal is a typical LOL Knicks move. Yeah, it's the quick fix, bro. It's the quick fix. Bradley Beal will be turning 30, so he's not really old. Right? Bradley Beal's not really old, but what I'm asking is this. If you're the Knicks fans, are you throwing in the towel on Grimes and RJ and others just to bring in a veteran? King Ribby, that's cat, bro. King Ribby, that's cat. That's cat. That's cap, King Ribby. BT, you see how I did him? You see how I did him? The dog says Knicks just gonna have to draft better. A big swing for the Knicks would be to buy a second round pick and pick Amani Bates. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. And King Ruby says, salute OG, have a great day. Let's go Knicks. That's cap. That's cap, bro. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap, bro. Salute to my guy King Ribby. I'm messing around. Sherwin says the Knicks were 29th in assists in the NBA. That is not a championship formula. Yeah. That's yeah. And Wacko, this is the thing I've been asking the whole time. Like with Knicks fans, they say one thing. They like for instance, when I go in other YouTubers chats, right? Say if the Queen Bee is rocking, like Queen BK Steph is rocking, right? I'll sneak in the chat. I'll be listening, and I'll be reading comments, and in the comment section, you get all you see is, nah, don't trade Grimes. They held Grimes out of trade for a reason. Don't quickly blah 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 boom boom boom. And then at the same time, the same people the first time a superstar name come available in a thing, they're like, yo, we got to win now. What? What? Ed Walker says the Knicks have a lot of options. Hope they don't overanalyze and pick the wrong player or players or the wrong moves. Right. Now, I get that too. I get that too. What I'm going to say, though, is this. As Knicks fans, ultimately, we don't have a say. We feel like we do have a say, but we don't. Right? We feel like we don't, but we do. But at the same time, you would hope that the leadership would at least be listening to us. You would hope they'd be at least listening to us. And Building Block says, I have a feeling Monty Bates is going late first round. I believe he would change some minds pre-draft interviews where he can articulate the perception about him being a difficult player. Yeah, I feel you on that too. And why give up all those plays and picks for Beal when you could have done that for Don? The dog has spoken. The dog has spoken. Listen, man, y'all already know how I feel about Donovan Mitchell, bro. Y'all already know how I feel about Spider. Right? I've only had two real love affairs in Knicks history. Well, Knicks this millennium. Right? The love affairs are RJ Barrett and Donovan Mitchell. Though that's my love affair. Everybody else, I really, 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 really like them. But I can't walk the aisle for them though. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else, like Emmanuel Quickly, hey man, sometimes I love them. Me and Emmanuel Quickly is like that Jimmy Cozier song. DSJ, what's that Jimmy Cozier song? Yeah, I know the Jimmy Cozier song. Sometimes I love him, and sometimes I love him not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's me. Me and Shotgunner are listen. Shotgunner is on the IQ train for real. I'm up there. Yeah, she's DSJ know everything, bro. DSJ knows everything. Yo, no lie, yo. In your life, in your life, you gotta surround your life with people that like certain people you got to have in your life. Like you got to have a DSJ in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like in this Knicks universe, I surround myself with certain people like Leon Bully, Soulfinger, DSJ, Knicks for Life, a bunch of people, right? And I surround myself with them. And so what happens is when I go outside the rails, they don't cuss me out because I'm outside the rails. They kind of nudge me back inside the rails. Like, get on back in there, big fella. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have people like that in your life that like when you go outside yourself, they nudge you. Like, nah, man, go on back in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny. It's funny that you have people like that and they don't want anything in return. Maybe a laugh, like maybe they'll tell you a joke. Maybe they'll tell a joke or something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody will laugh. But Mississippi Dog says, why give up all those plays and picks for Beal when you could have done that for Donovan Mitchell? That hit me in that. I don't know. DSJ says, there's one thing I don't know. I don't know why I am not the general manager of the Knicks. I don't know either. I don't know either. And Sherman says, we need a Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, Brandon Ingram, Paul George, Jason Tatum type of player. I agree with that also. Wait, what? What? Sherman, what'd you say? JJ is in the house. Everybody, JJ is in the house. Yeah. Sherwin, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Sherwin, am I reading this? I better be reading this wrong. Sherwin says we need a Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, Brandon Ingram, Paul George, Jason Tatum type of player. We don't need a 3. Yo, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Yo, Sherwood, are you hanging out with Rick James? Sherwood, are you hanging out with Rick James? Sherwood says in one comment, now these came in about 15 seconds apart, right? We need a Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, Brandon Ingram, Paul George, Jason Tatum type of player. We don't need a 3. What? We need Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, Brandon Ingram, Paul George type of player. We don't need a 3. What? I gotta scroll down. Let me scroll down. All right. Cheryl said my hand hit the enter button. Oh, okay. I was about to what? Okay, I see you said bad typing. Okay. All right. My man's, I was about to say, what in the world? What? What is going on with Sherwin this morning? That's my guy. Kaiser Sose says, Sherwin trying to argue with me because I said we need a 3-and-D small forward. Anything I say, he tries to say the opposite. And man, yeah, I know how it is. Lamar Jackson is in the house. What's good, Jack? Jack, what's happening? Sherwin, that made me laugh, man. That made me laugh. Hey, listen, I ain't throwing stones at you. You just made me laugh for the morning, bro. Sherwin, my guy. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I ain't shooting arrows at Sherwin. It just made me laugh, though. Yeah, man. Hey, Sherwin, I ain't gonna lie. That did make me laugh. I was like, what? Did I just read that right? So the thing is this. Y'all already know how I feel about Spider. I'm gonna try not to go there, even though y'all know. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know how I feel about Donovan Mitchell. Right? But at the same time, are we really gonna give up on Grimes this early? I don't know if I want to do that. Because Grimes can be anywhere from Grimes can be anywhere from Courtney Lee to Eddie Jones. Right? Grimes can be legit Courtney Lee at worst and Eddie Jones at best. And are we going to give up on a young Eddie Jones just to bring in a Bradley Beal? And JJ says, who's giving up on Grimes? Yo, that's what we was talking about for like the first 40 minutes. We was talking about that for the first 40 minutes, man, that Alan Hahn was talking about Bradley Beal is the guy. What's good, boss? Yeah, man. How do y'all feel about a Bradley Beal, Jalen Brunson backcourt? Just hypothetically. Can you imagine Bradley Beal in a Knicks jersey? Can you imagine the shows that Bradley Beal would put on in the Garden? Janja is in the house. D. Coolis is in the house. For one, Bradley Beal is not going to be expensive, right? For Bradley Beal, we're probably talking about Emmanuel Quickly, Obi, give them their first round pick back for next year, and like a 2025 first round pick. So it's not like, so you basically giving up 2 picks for Bradley Beal. One of them is theirs already, right? One of them is theirs, and the other one.
Yeah.
Man, why you ain't told me you hit the number? I ain't want no money. I just want to brag.
I wish.
I ain't want no money. You know, I ain't starting no
I
trouble.
wish.
Yeah, man.
Shoot, I'm sitting there holding my breath, waiting on it now.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Bro, I walked the dog. You know, I told you, like, I'm trying to get back in the ring for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm trying to get back in the ring.
You're gonna be the Grand Street George Foreman.
Nah, listen. As soon as I got in the ring, I was tired. Yo, you forget how agile you have to be a professional athlete, bro.
Of course, I know. That's why I don't even aspire for it no more. I just look at it and think about it in the past, my days, and then I just say, oh, well. Right. Anyway, move on.
Yeah. Them young boys hit so hard, man. Them boys, they like 30. Them boys, they hit so hard, bro. You have no idea. They so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? They hit you on your elbow. Man, I got, man, look. A pit bull dragged me down the street this morning. That's all I'm gonna say.
How in God's earth did that happen? Because
getting old is not easy.
Wow. Benny got strong on
you. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Getting old, man, getting older ain't easy, man. For all of y'all in y'all 30s, for all of y'all young fellas in y'all 30s, man, y'all in y'all prime right now, bro.
Athletically, physically.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all in y'all prime, bro. I walked in
Mm-hmm.
here this morning. He was dragging. My arms was burning so hard. but but but
Mm-hmm.
anyways. Let me say this, man. Are you or let me ask you this. First of all, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm blessed,
Did you
very
did you,
extremely.
did you eat breakfast already?
No, not today. It's the
Okay.
weekday, so I normally chop things up like from Friday through Sunday.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. Are you which camp are you in terms of what the Knicks should do? Are you in that camp of be patient with the kids, or are you want to strike while the iron is hot?
Well, I'm on the. Let's just wait and see what we got brewing. I'm on the. Let's chill. I'm not ready because the last time we made wholesale changes, we look like a bunch of fools. Not only with that said, but it affects certain players. Like for example, like RJ. You know what I'm saying? For him to get adjusted to a new starter or somebody like that, it takes something away from his game. Now, you know what I'm saying? He's built up his chemistry and working with the starting five that we have now. As far as the point guard, he kind of found some of his game back. Granted, he didn't have the sexiest game the last game of the season, but still, he had pretty good games. You know what I'm saying? Out of 11, but 11 games we played, he had like at least 8 solid games.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. You know what camp I'm in,
You on
and
the winning camp. You don't
I'm
give a
always
damn.
yeah.
You don't give a damn.
Exactly right.
You don't give a damn. Get it done.
Because I think if the Knicks are hell bent on winning, if the Knicks are hell bent on winning, like for those in the chat that just want to win this year, there are moves you can make in the short term that could possibly win you a championship. Right? And here goes. You can go get you Chris Middleton. Go get Chris Middleton at small forward, right? Go get you a guard in the short term. Like go get you a Norm Powell, a bucket,
Mm,
a bucket.
possible. I'm listening. I'm hearing. I'm listening.
But if you want to play the long game, then if you want to play the long game, just play the kids. Oh boy, Hinton Murphy. No, he didn't. Mr. Murphy, did you see what Mr. Murphy said? Mr. Murphy said they should be in the business of getting Beal.
No,
Hmm.
no. I'd rather have hemorrhoids.
Uh, yeah, man.
Nah, man. I am not spending no 50, $60, $1 million on a 30-something year old 6'2", 6'3", maybe 6'4" shooting guard. Nah, I'm good. We
And,
got
and
and he got extremely bad habits.
okay, okay. So the one thing about Mr. Murphy though is I respect his basketball acumen.
That's cool. I respect it too.
Right, I respect his basketball acumen because over the years he said some smart stuff that is like when you hear the initial statement, you like what, and then when you hear him explain it, you like okay, yeah, this dude is really smart. This dude Murphy is really smart. You gotta hear the total thing. Sometimes people overreact to like the slightest thing, and then when they hit, they're like, oh, I didn't know that's what you was talking about. And a lot of times it's because you know what I'm saying, give it a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And he says, did the Knicks win championship with what we consider a small backcourt? No. No. Did the Knicks win championships we consider the small? I get what you're saying. You're talking. I think he's referring to the
Yeah.
Clyde
Yeah.
and Pearl backcourt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
That was 1970 something.
that was yeah.
Nah, this is 2023 going into 24, man. These cats, I don't see it. I don't see it. And then, I could be wrong, and ain't nothing wrong with being wrong, but me personally, hell no. I'm sorry. I was just not feeling it. You know,
Yeah.
I can understand if he done got, I don't want a player, I don't want to grab a player and just think we can insert him in, and he is not taking his former team or his other teams prior to anywhere or no further than where we've been. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's just like, and then, I mean, just like the Knicks, man, we give up something and they come back to haunt us.
Okay.
It'll be a thorn in our backside for the next 10, 15 years because we were impatient and we let them go. For an example, Nene Hilario.
Yeah. 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 I feel you. I feel you on that. And let me make you laugh though.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley Beal shot 36.5% from three.
Okay.
That is worse than Quentin Grimes.
Mm.
And Bradley Beal only did it on 4.4 attempts.
Mm-mm. We good.
Yeah. Now, granted, he averaged 23.2 points a game. Same thing as Porzingis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'm straight on that, man. There's Bradley Bill, this what you call Donovan Mitchell. I was talking to somebody on somebody else's show, and they said ask me how I feel about Donovan Mitchell.
What show was it?
Know the ledge with Ron.
Yeah.
Me and Bully. Matter of fact, I was just in the bushes, and Bully just happened to see me, and he screamed my name. Said, I got up on there, and Ron asked me. He said, "So how do you feel about, the possible we looking at Donovan Mitchell?" And I told him straight up and down, man, dude, I highlighted him in free agency. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. If he really truly wanted to be a Knick, he should have forced his way to New York. You know what I mean? But he let Danny Ainge have all the leverage, and try to fleece us. So
that's a double-edged sword, though.
Yeah.
Because if he would have tried to manipulate an NBA front office, you know what, they would have been like, he a low character guy. He bad for business.
Yeah, but the funny thing is though, Leon Rose knows him personally.
Yeah.
So that right there, when something totally blown out of context, right then and there, and then would have been solved within our own media because we know the Knicks have their own media, MSG network.
And shout out to Ron from Still Knicks Fans too, by the way. Mets, what's good, man? How you doing?
Not it. Oh, thank you. I'm doing okay.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man. So I think I kind of agree with you, but it's delicate. It's delicate. You know how it is when we dealing with the mothers of our kids, right? But she not legally nothing except that. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, I don't want to say baby mamas. I want to say something more friendly, Like,
long-term concubine. Stop.
no, I don't want to. No, I don't want to say.
I'm being funny.
Talking about what? The ethical decision to get rid of Grimes or not?
No, I'm talking. No, what I'm talking about is to Corey Lee's point of how you handle if you're Donovan Mitchell, how do you handle being traded away from the team that drafted you, and you want to go to a certain place, and a certain place that you want to go to want to trade for you, and they feel like they have the leverage, but ultimately the team with the leverage is the team that owns the rights to the player. And so if you're Donovan Mitchell and you try to force a thing directly to the Knicks, you know what I'm saying? Utah can come out and say he a low character guy. You know what I'm saying? Then they could put out every little disagreement you had behind the scenes that you like in the conference rooms and stuff. They'll start putting that out there, and then all of a sudden, you airing dirty laundry, and now your name is sullied because you tried to sully the name of the organization. Do you want to do that?
No, and anyways, that sounds similar to the whole Carlos Correa thing during the baseball offseason. He wanted to become a Met, but his agent kept covering up that ankle injury, and who ultimately had the leverage in the end? The team that wanted to get rid of him and then re-sign them, the Twins.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at on it, Lee. I listen, man. But then again, I personally am more corporate than street. I choose to be that way. I choose.
Oh, no doubt.
Right. But so that's my way of thinking. If you don't care about reputation and all that stuff, you just know that business is a bottom line entity, and so you don't care about the relationship with the Jazz, then you know what I'm saying, you probably go that route. But it's tough. It's tough walking that line. You know what I mean?
I mean, I agree. I agree with you. I'm just saying, man. I just don't want to. I don't want to go through the next 2-3 off seasons wondering whether or not or why or hear the arguments on why we should get this dude. If he's going to be a Knick, I say just wait till free agency where we can get him at the price where we can get him at. You know what I'm saying? If he's happy, he wants to be here, so be it. You know what I'm saying? If we still in contention, especially if we're still in contention, you know what I'm saying? And we can use him, then why not? Yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? But if that's not the case, then nah, I'm good. I'm not jumping out the window for him.
So you're not gonna jump out the window for him. Pause right there.
What's going down, fellas? What's happening?
Good morning.
Yeah, we chilling, bro. How you been, brother?
Oh man, I'm all right. I mean, just tired, feel like a beat government mule, but other than that, hey, another day, another dollar, have taxes for the nickel.
What? You funny, crazy.
Yeah, man.
Oh boy, Captain Cliche, what's up? Good morning.
What's going on? Seriously, what's up, man?
Yeah, man. Hey, and I didn't mean to, and I want to do shout out to Ron from Still Knicks Fans too, because I think you mentioned them. I was trying to get it in, but I didn't want to cut you off. So shout out to my man.
No, that's cool. Yeah. The most definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, man. What Bully up to? I bet you Bully resting. Bully a night owl, bro.
Bully trying to kind of sign. He trying to get his mind ready because he's about to go. I think he's trying to get ready to get back downstate real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trying to get in.
So he got to trying to finish up all of his personal business he got going on up there. So
yeah, man.
You need to. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, the older you get, the more the moments you need, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Soulfinger wouldn't know nothing about that. He wouldn't know nothing about being 50. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He didn't know.
man, what you talking about, man? Look, once I hit 50, I drank water. I was like, dang, that hurt.
Yes. Thinking about drinking water triggers my PTSD.
Man, bro,
Mm-hmm.
it just ain't. It ain't the same. Hey, I mean, granted, not many can say they are part of the 50 and Frisky Club.
Yeah.
Many didn't get to see that, but man,
Yeah. I had this thought the other day about drinking water out of a plastic canteen versus, and I'm looking at the sink. I was like, man, I remember drinking water out of a canteen with a canteen cup strapped to your side and a
sorry,
canteen
yeah,
holder.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the sink, this big fancy porcelain and whatever sink with the filter on the side of it, with the thing you just touch it and it run and I'm like,
Man,
we
don't,
fancy, huh? We fancy.
man. Look, and then don't get talking about that. Then you remember the MREs and give you little packets. The
Yes.
Kool-Aid, they tell
Kool-Aid.
you don't put it in the canteen, and you get one of
Of
those.
course.
They reissue the canteen, and somebody had already done that, so you got to try to clean that thing out with the bleach, and
Yes.
oh
Yes.
oh.
Yeah,
Numerous times.
I was that guy. I was that guy who put the Kool-Aid in the canteen cup.
See, I used to, man, bro. I used to hate you cats, man. I'd be mad. Hey, and then you get, ain't supposed to empty the canteens. You're supposed to empty them jokers, and
Yes.
then on top of it, you get it, and it still got water in it,
And
and
still got water in it.
yeah, it's all slushed
And
out.
it smelled like Badusi.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, somebody on shout out to Twitch, right? So one of our Twitch followers asked the question: any chance the Knicks can pull Harden away from Philly? So, chat, one of our Twitch followers asked this question: is there any chance that we can pull James Harden away from Philly? What do y'all think?
No.
Just on GP alone.
Hell no. And even if we did, do you want that level of toxicity in New York? No.
I mean, hard pass. That's all I got to say. I don't even have nothing to say behind that one. I mean,
I'm not even indulge. I'm gonna concur with my man Soulfinger, and I'm gonna leave it like that. And I'm not gonna be as expressionary as my man here, Mr. Metz. But yeah.
So it's either GZDR forever. It's a unanimous no. No chance.
It's not unanimous. So y'all, it's y'all three, and I want to entertain it. Right. So what I would say about the James Harden thing is this: is James Harden coming here to be the primary ball handler?
No.
If he is, I can live with it. If he's not going to be the primary ball handler and he's coming here, I can live with it. Right? Because ultimately, if you look at our roster construction, it's built perfectly for that type of guy. Right? The dude that's just going to be a bucket. You know your defense is going to suffer a little bit. Right? You know your defense is going to suffer. But at the same time, when you have an uncreative, and I heard Met say this too about Thibodeau. He's not creative. He's not flexible.
He's more of a
still stuck in the same way, doing the same thing over and over again. How you alleviate that or fix that is by bringing in a player that does all those things we want to do and doesn't need Tom Thibodeau calling anything. Now, am I pounding the table? Am I pounding the table for James Harden? No. If it happens, I'm not gonna say okay. What's the word? Yeah, what's DSJ? What's the word when apathetic? Right. So I'll be apathetic to it. Like if whatever happens. Que sera, sera is basically when I am with it. Like I'm not gonna be mad that he's wearing 13 and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he is though a bucket.
That is true. I mean, it's freezing when you do. You put it like that. I just got to explain my stance, and I think seriously you understand too. It's gonna go on along with when you heard what Mets was saying. It's not that the man can't play. The man is he's gifted. He's a bucket. However, he does get those nagging injuries or whatever, but it's the drama that comes along with it. That's one of the main things. That, and then then you can go back. He's on the other side of 30. Yeah, but he's still getting buckets. But I'm looking at everywhere he goes. Yeah, you win. You put up numbers and win. And he gets buckets. But look at the drama and stuff that comes along with it. And you want to. So that's where my stands on it. Is he highly talented? Yeah. Now I'm not saying I want to keep all of, because you said it before. We got a bunch of we got like Boy Scouts and choir boys up in there, man. We need some rough, rugged, but I don't need anybody that's bringing like constant drama like what he brings to a team.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So I'm ready to fight y'all on this. I'm gonna slip away for a second and refill this cup with some Starry Zero sugar. I'm gonna let y'all have the mic so y'all can put y'all arguments together. Because when I come back, I'm gonna prove everybody wrong. Y'all want to jump on my side right now, or y'all want to stay on?
No. I mean, we saw you. Look. I saw you throw the chum in the water like you're doing with the shark, trying to get the sharks out here to go like crazy and do all that. I get that, but I just had to speak my piece on that one.
Okay.
Everybody got their own opinion the way they see it, but man, look, it's between.
I'm gonna be right back. Y'all do. I'm gonna be right back.
Hey, Wacko, real quick, I'm gonna respond to you, homie. I can care how long Tibbs got. You understand what I'm saying, homie? I'm not feeling certain things. We got a certain culture that we built, and I wanna abide by it. And also too, I don't want to throw something away chasing somebody else who doesn't need to be chased, and we wasted all that money and years thinking we got an instant superstar. You understand what I'm saying, bro? That's just how I think.
I don't see the chat, but what was the
Wacko says Lee thinks Tibbs has 2 years to wait for a superstar. He's laughing, laughing emojis. Y'all bugging.
No, but I think Tibbs got that. He's the table setter. You got to give him that.
Exactly. He's the butler.
Yeah, he'll be moving on. Like soul to soul, keep on moving because he'll be a long time.
Going to greater, greener pastures. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool.
The thing is, Leon's not gonna let his man go to. We can see that he's not gonna let his man go bye-bye. What he's gonna do is try to slide him up to the front office, and we'll eventually get another coach. Who I don't know. I'm not gonna get out there and start speculating on who's doing what coach wise, but the move, because I just Tibbs has been married to basketball forever and a day.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah, give me a split second so I can bring my guy on, okay? Just give me a split second, and then I'm gonna go to battle with y'all, man, on a thing. But it's friendly back. Hey, man, Soulfinger, you better still be my friend after this, bro.
Oh man, see there you go. You act like somebody got tissue paper skin, man.
All right,
man. After my pop called me everything but a child of God, I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, but all right, I'm gonna bring my guy in real quick.
Let's get it. Y'all be spitting with your flows, I'm just podcasting. That's right. On the air every day, I'm just podcasting. What? You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broadcasting these flows with the podcasting. Every day of my life, I'm just podcasting. Right. Share my dreams with you, mean I'm podcasting. What? You can see my vision through the podcasting. Yeah. But don't forget J Boogie when I'm broadcasting. What? I'm podcasting, he's podcasting. What? I've been spitting this venom since Karate Flicks. When Mr. Sales was sharing nothing but the Knicks. I guess you know by now, I seen some tough years. Now I know the reason why Freezy got them blowing tears. Closest thing to the
uh, 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 uh,
Mhm.
hey! All right. I see y'all. What's good, fellas? My
Salute
I,
to everybody in the
man,
chat.
what's
Salute to
good?
everybody in the panel.
What's good, man? What is good? Oh, wait a minute.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you.
Yo.
What up?
Okay.
What up?
what's good, Wiz?
I gotta look at that
Yeah,
chess
man.
move again.
Nephew, how you doing?
On that chess move. I gotta take a look at that game again. I'm gonna freeze frame that and see what position they had and why the queen had to do a retreat on that chess move.
Yeah, man, you got to rewind it. Jay Boogie, what's good, man? What's going on? You look like you've been in the studio.
How the brothers doing? Good morning to y'all on this beautiful Thursday.
Good.
What's going down, Boogie?
Shout out to the chat, man. What's going on with y'all, gentlemen? I just clicked over. You know, I know you've been live for a minute, but I was taking care of some things, so I really don't know what y'all building on. So I'm gonna listen and catch up to what y'all talking about, man. But I got an idea what y'all might be speaking
What we talking about? Jay Boogie, has Jay Boogie been in the booth? That's what I'm asking.
Jay Boogie stay in the booth. That's my third home. First home, and then it's my business, and then it's the booth, and then it's the podcast. It really is 4 homes. But I stay in the booth, man. The booth is not an issue right now at all.
Boom.
I got so many things right now lined up. You know what I'm saying? I'm way ahead of the game.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, appreciate you coming through, hanging out with us. Greenie, what's good? Greenie with the serious photo on the joint. Wiz, what's up, man?
Yeah, salute everybody, by the way, Jay Boog.
No, Wiz.
You're about to drop a new name on the tracks next season. According to Freezer, maybe Harden. We're gonna argue that Harden point right now.
Yeah, I'm ready to. Hey, Wiz, listen, on this Harden thing, listen, I'm not pounding the table for Harden, but I'm pounding the table for the argument of listening to going after James Harden. And I'm just going to start the thing off with this thing, with this culture I call hip hop. It starts with there's a war going on outside no man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You walk around with your head down, scared to look. You shook because ain't no such things as halfway crooks, right? So, and that's from the great American poet Prodigy. What I'm gonna say to you guys right now is I think some of us are shook, are afraid of winning. What happens is in winning, it's not gonna be. Champions don't win the way that you want them to win. Champions win at all costs, right? Like when we were talking about Kyle Lowry and all them boys out here injuring players during the playoffs and all that stuff, that's what they was doing. They were doing anything it took to win. Are we willing to do that? Or are we going to be out here in our satin suits, you know what I'm saying, and you know, our man purses and all that stuff? You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to people that you know with the man purses and all that.
Merce. Right. Cats like their merce.
And so, hey, Mr. Murphy, what I'm saying is no. I'm not saying. So he says you don't want Beal, but you like Harden for real. No, That's not what I'm saying. What I'm speaking to specifically is opening up the conversation for us to at least explore James Harden. No, I don't want him. Y'all know who I want. Y'all already know.
You want look? Just tell the truth. You want Cream Bigums. That's who you want.
With short shorts on.
Man, you want them in the orange joints.
Yeah. Y'all know if we make the move for a shooting guard, y'all know I want Donovan Mitchell. Y'all know that. Everybody know that. That's not a surprise. But what I will say though is I heard the preceding arguments.
You heard it through the grapevine.
Yeah, and I heard the preceding arguments against James Harden, and I think all of them are whack.
Okay.
You really
right? And I'm gonna say it for this reason, right? I'm gonna name some stats. A ball hog took 16 shots a game. He shot 43.4% from the floor. He had a good scoring average, and his team was on the second round of the playoffs. Who y'all think I'm talking about?
Grimes.
In the Eastern Conference. He made the second round in the Eastern Conference.
Brunson?
No.
Grimes.
No. Grimes didn't average over 19 points a game.
It has to be Brunson.
No, it's not Brunson. No. It's a player in the Eastern Conference that made the second round of the playoffs.
Jalen Brown.
No.
You know who it is? That took 16 shots a game this season, and his team made the Eastern Conference?
Jalen Brown.
It's RJ Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
RJ Barrett took 16 shots a game, and he averaged 19 points. Right? And then on the flip side of that, we like, no, I don't want James Harden, man. James Harden do such, but James Harden, blah, blah, blah. You know what James Harden did? James Harden took 14 and a half shots a game, shot 38.5% from three on 7 attempts, and averaged 21 points a game. So James Harden took 2 less shots and averaged 2 more points. Meanwhile, almost averaging 11 assists a game. But we don't want that type of guy because we want the type of guy that RJ Barrett is right now. I love RJ. I already told y'all when the show first started how much I love RJ. Right? Mm-hmm. But just to say we don't want James Harden just because of blah blah blah. The dude took 14 shots a game, averaged 21. And he averaged 11 assists a game. And cats in the chat, like Sherwin was saying, that we're last in the league in assists. Why wouldn't you, if you're last in the league in assists, why wouldn't you at least entertain the thought of an assister? Right? We like Mitchell Robinson is not a good offensive player. Mitch. We need small forwards to do this, and this. How about bringing in a guy that can get them the ball so they can do those things? Now, am I saying that we should go get Harden today? No. But what I'm saying is if we're entertaining as fans, if we're entertaining the thought of what could be a fix for the Knicks, how come we're only looking at certain options? We're looking at the nice options. We don't look at all options. Right? Like you know what I'm saying? For instance, I use Jay Boogie as an example. That's because my man, and I love this dude with all my heart. Right? For no other reason but he a good brother. Right? Jay Boogie won a verse from Nas, right? Nas is like, yo, I'm going to come do the verse. But first of all, I'm bringing 50 people with me, and you got to feed all of them. And Jay Boogie, like, feed all of them? I got to feed all of them? He worried about feeding 50 people, but he ain't worried about the verse that he going to have for Nas that he going to own forever? I mean, come on. What are we doing out here? What are we doing out here, man? If it's me, I'm like, yo, you know what? Bring 70 people, and I'm feeding all of them. Because if I can get a classic Nas verse, bro, that's forever. Them sandwiches that you gave out, that ain't nothing. They gonna eat again tomorrow. That's the thing I'm getting at with James Harden. He took 2 shots less per game than your third option on offense, right? He averaged 11 assists a game. He played with Embiid and Maxey and Harris and all these dudes, right? And he still averaged 11. All them ball hogs, think about all them ball hogs, right? All them ball hogs, and that man still averaged 11 assists. And we like, nah, I'll pass, but I would do some Bradley Beal though. Yeah, I'm like, yo, I just got to take a step back from that. My bad, Soul Finger. I ain't mean to go all the way in. I know Lee gonna text me later, like, yo, why you be doing us like that, man?
No, because I mean, you saying what you said. I ain't saying nothing about no Bill, because I'd rather jump in a vat of piranhas with a stake strapped to my backside and deal with Bill. You know, that's why I had, because that don't fit. And again, like I said, and then when it comes to Harden, never said nothing against him. The man can score. He does all this. It's the unnecessary drama that he brings. And then you're gonna have us say in the chat, "Well, you got Randall, blah blah blah." Hey, that's a headache, you know. And that way, he's our headache we've been dealing with and all that. So you want to bring all that in. My thing is again, man can get you buckets. He can, and assists. We talking about assists. Well, you gotta have guys put the ball in the hole too. So if I give you the ball and you missing your shot, you missing a high volume of shots, and I keep giving it to you, of course your assist gonna be down. That's just one. I mean, 1 and 1 is 2. It's not 18.
Okay.
So you gotta look at it that way. And then again, we're looking at, you look at the history, or you looking back at this, and you shook behind that, and whatever else. Hey man, if it walked like a duck, quacked like a duck, ain't no Art Bark.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I hear what you're saying. The man can get you buckets, but also then we talk about playoffs. And he disappears in playoffs as well. He has a moment, but then after a while, he fades away in the playoffs as well. At times, at critical times. He has done it. He has some great moments, but he has some bad moments. So I'm just saying, you throw it all out. Me personally, with all the other stuff that goes on, you get the reason I'm looking at it like this is the Knicks can generate their own drama without somebody else coming in with drama. That can generate drama. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing you missing, bro, is New Yorkers love drama, bro. This is what we
I mean, you know what?
Hold on. Let me finish. Bro, if you could tell me that the New York Giants could win Super Bowls with Lawrence Taylor and deal with and just take it.
Oh well, see, man, that's a whole different era. He was winning Super Bowls on with the Booger Sugar. I mean, it is, he was winning, but
no, but so what I'm saying is the headaches is what losers talk about.
Well,
when you're the champion, you don't talk about headaches, bro.
But again, what are we? Why are we chasing another name?
Because we losers.
Oh, I'm just saying. I look at it as if you can build, do something out of pocket, which you kind of somewhat you're pretty much doing. You're starting to add pieces instead of chasing after this name, that name. Well, I mean, he could say he could come here, and we could make. You move the right pieces around, you bring him in. Could you make ECF with him on there? Pretty sure you could. Yeah, I'm willing to stamp. You could possibly make your way to a run to get to the championship. But what I'm saying is possibility. We don't know. If it was a fifth, we all be full. If it was a spliff, we all be flying.
That's what I'm saying. If you say if on one side, I can say if on the other side.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm
saying, as Smoke would say, we talking about hyperboles.
Well, yeah, no, I don't want to say hyperbole because James Harden has been a league MVP in the league.
Oh no, he has.
Right.
But I'm gonna use an addict I've seen in the chat. A lot of times, forecast will put out, well, what has he won?
Right. What have you won? But what have you won?
I'll put it like this here. You won in the game of life. Anybody that beat out the other swimmers to get here, hey, you won in the game of life.
Okay. Right. Well, what I'm saying ultimately though is in a James Harden scenario, right, where all the things that Mets talk about and all the things that BT talk about and all of us talk about with Tom Thibodeau offense, James Harden makes up for all that stuff just by showing up. And the headache, and the headache part, most of the championships that the New York sports teams have won. Listen, I'm a Mets fan. I already know about the headaches that was going on with Doc Gooden and with Doc Gooden and Darryl Strawberry, and we still in the 86 World Series, right? I know about headaches, bro. But you know what, though? I take them headaches to get a championship. Because the thing about a headache is eventually headaches go away. Championships, you don't never give them back. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm gonna ask you this, and you're right. You can win a championship, but how many do you just want win one now, or would you like to continue on winning? Because I'm looking at life shelf expectancy. If you're gonna build a team, if you're building a young team to bring them in, if we're at that point, could he be the point to get you more than one, or you get that one, you cool with it, and then go on and go back into, hell, we all right, we there.
Well, I'll say this: how about when me, you, Jay Boogie are celebrating on the championship parade, we have that conversation then. When we pass the champagne, or if you don't drink or smoke or whatever, and you just celebrating, how about when we celebrating, you know what I'm saying? When we celebrating then, hugging and dapping each other up, how about we have that conversation about it?
No, we can have a conversation as I'm passing you another square, get out of my pack of cools, and we sipping on the Strawberry Hill. You know, in the paper bag, we good, or better yet, a can of Slits, and we in there.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm a little split, but I'm with Freezy. Give me 21, 11 assists with 14 shots, and give me a little headache. I grew up watching Reggie Jackson and Billy Martin fighting in the dugout,
and win championships.
Winning championships. I want to get me on that stage. Get me on that float. Get me down the canyon with some. They got to make up some new ticket tape now because ticket tape ain't being used no more. They got to just make some fake ticket tape. Get me there, and then we worry about the next year about keep building from there.
I'm a New Jersey Devil, bro. I know about infighting in the locker room, but you know what they did? They won championships.
A lot of them.
How much they was fighting in the locker room, bro?
And I'm an Islanders fan. I know what it's like to have a cutthroat or cost-cuttingly cheapskate GM. And it doesn't pull the right moves more often than not. I think we're going through the same trap again with Lamoriello.
Right. I'm cautious though about bringing the Harden in. So especially for $60 million a year, losing a couple of our young pieces.
You don't know that though, because Harden is opting out. So you don't know what you're gonna sign him to.
He may just take a year deal for the cheap, but I just wanted to jump in real quick because of your whole. I realized.
Okay, BT, you cutting in and out, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm cutting in and out?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm saying is if the producer isn't that good, regardless of if it's Nas, Jay-Z, whoever, it's going to be a bad song. So for me, Harden is great because all the teams he's been on, he had productive shooters and he had productive talent. You can look at
Jay Boogie and Nas ain't never created no bad song, bro. You absolutely offered that one. Jay Boogie and Nas together, they ain't never created bad music. That's how.
No. I thought you were saying like we are gonna get that free Nas beat and stuff like that. That's why I was like, what? But you right. What I'm trying to simply say though is Harden always had someone that he could rely on. If you look at him on the Sixers, he had Embiid, he had Maxey. He always has a guy he can go to and rely on and still be productive. I don't think we have that high of a talent to where he can be that productive. I don't care how much it costs, but if he can bring that productivity with this limited talent that I think he has ever been with, we could do, and we win a championship, I'm okay with it. But that's the only question I have. Is the producer going to be as good as we think it is, or is it just going to be a Cut Master C tape, like mixtape, and not even hit mainstream?
All right. I'm saying I'm willing to take my chances. I'm taking my chances with Jay Boogie and Nas. I mean,
I'll take my chance, but I'm just saying, like, I hope it produces well because the system that we got in here ain't the same. Like, it's not top of the line. It's different where we're at because for me, Harden had Embiid. He even look at Brooklyn. He had KD and Kyrie Irving. You see what I'm saying? He always has great talent around him to where he can thrive. So for me, on the Knicks, he'll be here with.
Wait. So you're saying the talent around him is the reason why Harden was good?
No. I said he had guys around him that helped him thrive. Like for example,
So they helped him thrive.
No, what I mean by helping five is finishing with the assist and everything. For example, if Harden's here and he tries to do a pick and roll with Mitchell, is that assist going to get finished? We don't know. If he tries to do a pick and roll with RJ Barrett goes the wrong way and he gets trapped into a double team. You see what I'm saying? Those little pauses that we have inconsistently already might actually worsen his game.
Yeah, I'm saying I gotta take my chances, bro.
Nah, I'm saying we could take a chance. Let's do it. I want a ring. At the end of the day,
that's just for this conversation, for the sake of having the conversation. Man, I done talked too much, man. Greeny,
I don't think I'm taking a chance.
Huh?
And I said I don't think I'm taking a chance. And I'm basing that chance off of the postseason. And James Harden has good performances in the postseason. He doesn't have good series. That's it. Every time he can have a good game. He might have a great game 2-3 times in a series, but he doesn't win the series. Like, you got to finish the job.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
That's it for me.
You cleaned it up. You cleaned it up a lot better than what I put out there.
Okay. Jay Boogie, what's good, bro?
What's going on? So you want to put Nas in there with a producer and the producer's gonna make Nas track. For so many years they said Nas couldn't pick beats.
Yeah.
And he gonna murder so many classics. Let's
go
there first. Then my thing with James Harden, the best combination I can give James Harden, he reminds me of a Papoose. He's an ill spitter, but he can't make a record.
Right.
That's the difference between James Harden and maybe Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie, James Harden, LeBron's. All them guys know how to make records. Steph Curry. It's a lot of greats I left out. Michael Jordan. You know how to make records. When you talk about bringing this guy over here, and we already have an offensive set where the ball sticks a little bit, to another guy that Doc Rivers just said, I wish I had James when he was younger so he could see how that he can't pass and maneuver the ball and the ball can come back to him. Doc just threw him up under the bus for not being able to, let the ball go. With James, the city don't need a diva. He's a diva. And what worked out with Houston so much for him, they allow him to be his diva, go out to the nightclubs and look how he want to look. And he did everything in Houston but shaved his beard. I don't want James Harden in New York, not with the Knicks. The Nets, that's a different situation. But the New York Knicks, Manhattan, that life, he can't handle that right there and continue on playing on the court. That's just my output. You talking about assists, guys got to be able to catch and knock down shots. That don't make a difference who's passing the ball. And then we don't get assists and outside of knocking down shots, and we don't have great cutters. So you can receive and catch the ball and make a layup. That's assist number 2. Then assist number 3, we're not a fast breaking team. So, he's not in the open court really with us. So it's a lot of reasons why assists are not created amongst the New York Knicks. It has really nothing to do with James Harden. But my pick, I'm gonna stick with Beal. And you said it earlier. I did catch that part when you said how we gonna complain about the money Bradley Beal make when we got 34 mil sitting on the bench. So it got nothing to do with far as the money with this guy Beal. Right. But we do know this guy can knock down that long ball. This guy can knock down that mid-range. This guy can get to the basket. And this guy can get his own shot off the bounce. So that's 4 ways that this man can get a bucket. And that's where we least expect, you know what I'm saying, as far as buckets. We got dudes that's still in McDowell's and coming to America and they ain't took the mop out of the bucket.
Yeah, they just roll in the bucket.
Yeah, you just roll in the bucket. So, I love the situation because Bill can play off the ball from Jalen Brunson. And we know, and then he's another right-handed person that can come opposite way of Jalen Brunson, opposite way of Julius Randle. And if RJ is here, opposite way of RJ. You know what I'm saying? We don't have our top 3 scorers are all left-handed. So we need to shift and go somewhere. Another 4th left-handed dude, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I need something going opposite way because our one right-handed dude that's in the starting lineup, you know what I'm saying? He's not really doing too much. And the other right-handed guy that we got in the starting lineup, he doesn't have confidence in himself. And I pray that he's working on during this on season. His game should be working on how to take people off the dribble instead of waiting for somebody to pass you the ball when you need to start taking your own shots. It's a difference between somebody that gets shots and somebody that takes shots. So that's Grimes' situation. But with Beal, you're talking about a guy that can get you buckets. Now, I know you had little knick-knack injuries here and there, but maybe sometimes when he had them little knick-knack injuries, he was sitting on the side like, yo, I'm tired of just going out there giving my all, man. I ain't even trying to get healthy. I ain't even trying to continue to push. I want up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Who knows that? Maybe somewhere else new might give him a little spark, a new starting spot. One thing for sure, this guy is going to get some buckets. But we got to stop saying what we don't want. I remember years ago, we didn't want Gordon. Gordon would have looked good on this team. You know what I'm saying? He'd have looked good on this team playing the 3. Yeah, Aaron Gordon that just got a ring. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's so many guys that we say we don't want, we don't need, and for this and that. And them guys always go off and go somewhere and be and throw it up pretty much in our faces. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see Leon go ahead and make a move that lets me know that, yo, what we did last season, I'm getting ready to swing for something, and I'm going to swing for it. If it don't work, it's not going to work because I didn't swing. It didn't work because them guys didn't have it, and I got to go back to the drawing book and come up with something else. But I know Bradley Beal right now, he's at a steal because they just want to get rid of him right now. You know what I'm saying? They want to rebuild. They want to get his numbers off their books and everything. So it's not going to cost as much what a lot of people think. It will cost, you know what I'm saying, maybe 2 players, maybe 2 picks. They happy to clear that money up, you know. And so I don't mind bringing Beal over here. He answers a lot for us, you know, far as, you know, in our offensive set. And all this defense and all this stuff like that. Sometimes in the playoffs, your defense come up because it's so many guys that can't get buckets. You don't have to be a great defensive player to play against us in the playoff when you got guys can't get buckets. Why you think they was putting Duncan Robinson out there on the floor? Can he check somebody? No. But if you got guys that can't get buckets, then you don't have guys that, you know what I'm saying, you don't have guys that's putting pressure on the other defensive end where them guys got to check you, you know. But I believe Bill will play some defense. You know, can't forget LeBron, you said when he had John Wall in there, he said there's one team I don't even want to play against. I don't want to play against John Wall and Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. They give us fits. So when you get in the playoffs, of course, them guys going to elevate their game to another level. But Bill ain't been in no playoffs, no nothing since John Wall is gone. You know what I mean? And look what he had over there around him, a bunch of doodle, man. Bunch of nothing, man. So if he get back over here and play with a team that's in a push or in a rush, that's trying to get somewhere, he's going to turn his game up. And then sometimes you got to make moves just for somebody else don't go get him. You don't want to see Bill over there in Philly. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see Bill perhaps over there with the Nets. You don't want to
Boston?
Bill over there with Boston. You don't want to see Bill over there playing with Milwaukee. You don't want to see these type things. So sometimes you got to make a move just to benefit our team, but also leasing somebody else's team. And everybody in the league know we right there. They know we right there. They know it. They know it for a fact. We right there, man. So, but I can't do the James Harden thing. Let him go down there to Houston. Let him go down there in the strip joints. Let them go down there and drink them crazy drinks and all that. Drink that swerve and all that crazy. Let them put on the 135-degree outfit, fur pants and all that with Rod Stewart, NBA look, you know what I'm saying? Let them do all that down in Houston, man. But as far as bringing that diva coming through the tunnel, coming through the subway station and all that, nah, man, I don't want to see that, man. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, okay.
What I was going to say was, I agree with the idea of winning a championship and we should do anything at any cost. But what's good for the streets isn't always good for an organization. Because what I'm trying to say is I like Harden's game, but if he comes here and doesn't give us a championship, immediately we'll be right back where we're at right now, talking about we should have never traded for Harden or signed Harden because he did this or that, or he pulled from the team because he has a lot of issues. If things don't go right for him, it could affect the team. But I like the idea with the assists and the stats and everything. It looks good on paper. I want to see it work. That's the only flaw I have with it.
Hey, real quick, I heard of this crazy stat. They said 650 possessions of the pick and roll. 658 possessions of the pick and roll. Bradley Beal averaged a point last season. I saw that and heard that this morning.
Yeah, I'm not really impressed with that.
Huh?
I'm not really impressed with that. That's not really.
Man, the way they put that number out, that's very impressive, especially when we're a pick and roll team. That's a point, 650. That means 350.
Right.
We might as well.
You talking about? So you talking about like 375 points or something like that every time they run it
off a pick and roll.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with free throws. They ain't got nothing to do with just straight trades. That ain't got nothing to do with fast breaking. They ain't got nothing with him just doing whatever he do off the dribble by himself. That's just one area.
Right. But Jay Booker, listen to what I'm saying in context though. So when you look at when they doing it, he doing it with Porzingis, Kyle Kuzma, and them. Honestly, if he was to do that here in New York with Mitch, do you think we get the same result?
But how do you know it's going to be a Mitch pick? See, now you don't went from, we know Jalen Brunson is our number one guy, and you bring this dude over here. Now now Bradley Beal's our number one scorer, and Jalen Brunson is our number two. Now Julius Randle is our number three. How you know it's not Julius that might set the picks now?
I mean, yeah, that might be true. But so if that changed, then I'm with you. But
right.
if I'm going by what I've already seen, that's the reason why I'm saying that.
I get you, but trust, they're trying to move into a situation where Julius can be the number three, where he gets doing that dirty work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remind people that, that Julius Randle's pick and roll Kobe on 40-something points of his last game and got the last two set screens on his last buckets that ever be made. That's Julius Randle. And he double screened that. He set it on the right. It didn't work. They jammed it. He reversed it and set it on the left. And Kobe went and got a bucket. So we all do know Julius is a great screener. So if you could take Julius out of being in position where, he got to be counted on for him to make buckets and allow him to become something like, a 17 and 12, and be a bully guy and do dirty work, then we got something going.
That's in his wheelhouse.
But for now, we don't have a player that's pushing Julius to be, a third option. We don't.
You don't think Grimes can be that guy?
No, because he don't want to shoot the ball. He's shooting the ball in the offensive set, but he can clear it out and say, move. Let me get this. Grimes is going to catch and shoot, or he's going to catch, pump fake, and drive to the basket, or he's going to catch, pump fake, pass it to you, and cut to the other side. Instead of telling somebody, move, get out the way, I got him. This is where I want Grimes' game to get. If his game can't get to that, clearing out, busting you one-on-one from time to time, Grimes is not elevating his game. I know you can catch and shoot.
You was with us when me and Rob the Nick was together, and we was sitting, and Grimes kept going past his man, but kicking it out to the perimeter.
Right.
And we like, yo, what is you doing?
That's the lack of confidence.
You got the man beat. Why you kicking it out? You 7 feet from the rim, and you kicking it out 20 feet to Mitchell Robinson at the top of the key. Like when Mitch catch it, he gonna do something. Mitch ain't gonna do nothing 20 feet away from the rim.
He left Kansas because he wanted to be more of a scorer, play more of his game role where he could put the ball on the floor. So he went to Houston and he did those things and he put up crazy numbers. Then he went to the combine and he was doing those things. So he put up crazy numbers. Then you seen him last year in that little all-star thing doing what he wanted to do. He put up crazy numbers. But when he's inside this New York Knicks jersey, he's not looking to do that. And this is what I need Grimes to do if he's going to elevate his game. You know what I'm saying? You got to have more confidence in yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Why we got to beg him to do that, though?
What didn't you just – I'm sorry.
Why we got to beg him to do that, J. Boogie?
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you got to wake up something that don't think they got it and install it into them and hope they realize that I do got it. You know, I mean, I guess, you know, I don't know. What you was going to say on BT? That was BT, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So you saying that you see Grimes as a potential? I'm not saying talent wise, but a similar game and like a DeRozan is what you're saying. The way he can head fake, get to the basket, and attack the rim. We want him in that style to where
he has a potential, a lot of
potential
to become something like DeRozan. You know, that stop mid-range pop. You know, to catch and shoot. But he got to build that confidence in him. That he got to get the confidence in the game.
But that takes a lot of work because that also deals with how high your IQ is and how good your work ethic is. I like Grimes. He's a dog, but at the same time, to expect him to be good on defense and then turn around and be a DeRozan, like with the head fakes and getting to the basket, that's a lot because he's going to be playing both sides of the court. And most likely, he's going to be our third guy off the bench because you're going to have RJ and then Brunson, and he's going to be the guy to control the tempo. You're going to ask him to be the main facilitator.
Well, you know, it goes both ways, you know, and the great ones, and I'm not saying he's a great one or he's on his way to be a great one, but, you know what I'm saying, the great ones can play defense and offense. But the thing is, when he playing defense, yes, he majority of the time he checks the best guy. But also you got to realize when we go on the offensive end, it rotates, it switches, and the worst defender normally checks him, you know what I'm saying, at the RJ. Because they know he's not going to do nothing with the ball. So if you got the worst guy, you got the fourth best guy on D checking you, dude, you need to do something with that basket.
Yeah. So it sounds like to me that we want Grimes to be better.
I do.
Right. Yeah. We want Grimes to be better. How long are we willing to wait on Grimes though?
This has got to be his year. This has got to be his year. Where he gets up that shell of I think I can, or maybe I can, where he knows that yes I can, or I can do what I want. I'm capable of competing or getting to the basket or scoring with just the best of them. You know, I was hoping that he would step his game up like this playoff series, especially the first one, where I saw a lot of potential for him to really explode and score and attack certain people on that Cavs roster. But it's just like he just didn't show up. It was like he was scared. He was shook. The lights got too bright for him. You know what I mean? And he reverted back to what he did in his first 2.5 seasons, or his first season and a half. You know, it was just be that guy out there and play good defense, now play crazy defense, but just not be ineffective on the offensive end.
Yeah, but based on the data that Jay Boogie just presented, Grimes succeeded in every circumstance except in one. Is it the NBA or is it the system and the coach that's causing him not to be successful?
It's not the coach, or it's not, no. Because I watched him play, and I watched him play in the playoffs. It's not the coach because he's gotten a hell of a lot of opportunities to go out there. He defers. He has deferred and constantly defers to other people on the court instead of him believing in his own game and stepping his game up. You know, so no, you can't. You're not going to sell me on that one because I actually watched him.
I'm not selling anything. I'm asking a question. Why is he deferring? I can't.
That's a question. That's a question you need to ask him directly because I want to know. I'm scratching my head. Trying to figure that one out my damn self.
You know who else defers? Obi. You know who else defers? Deferred Josh Hart. You know who else
defers? Quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through a list of.
Granted, not as much as the other three, but still, he defers nonetheless.
I'm just going to give Grimes a little bit of benefit of the doubt because this is his first time ever being in the playoffs. I'm going to give you that. You know what I'm saying? He deserves to have that. My first time being in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of experience. Next time, I'll be a whole lot better. I can deserve that. And then, you know, everybody know Grimes is really Grimes' first complete year. You know what I'm saying? He just completed his first year of playing 82 games combined with his first year and this year. So he just really getting one season up on his belt, and this is his first season in playoffs. So I'm gonna give him a little bit, a leeway, but he got to stop deferring because when you take a shot, you only a couple of things you're gonna say. You're gonna say, good shot, or you're gonna say, oh, he got to knock that down, or you're gonna say, oh, what is he doing? And Grimes is not one of them type players where you get a whole bunch of what are you doing. We had more say-sos throughout this year saying, Grimes, you got to knock that down. Grimes, you got to make that. He got to be comfortable with that shot. We had more of those than anything. So he will take the shot that's inside the offensive set, but I want him to take shots, that sometimes that has nothing to do with the offensive set. And that's only going to build his confidence up even more. Go ahead, Mets.
And I agree. No, I agree with you on that, Jay Boogie. I just had to say that. Go ahead, Mets.
I was agreeing with Jay Boogie. Also, we got a super chat, $2. It's
I got the super chat. What you talking about though? What's your point? I got.
Well, I'm just saying that Grimes is too selfless, and he's got to learn to take the shots when opportunities given to him instead of balking on them and just giving them back to either Brunson, Randall, or RJ. It's got to stop. I mean, it gives guys like him, Hart, quickly to a lesser extent, and all being too much of an inferiority complex.
Okay. All right. I got you. Wacko, thank you for the generous contribution. Wacko says All-Star coach gave Grimes freedom. Tibbs don't. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that. And then plus two, one of the things I was researching while y'all was talking, Quentin Grimes, since the All-Star break, shot 44.3% from three. So he can make three-pointers. The thing is, how about being assertive?
Facts.
Well, maybe he didn't want to piss off Tibbs and get benched like he did with Toppin.
Tibbs is not going to bench that man. You got to realize he waited for that man to become healthy and automatically just gave him the spot. That was his spot. So Tibbs is not just going to jerk him out of there. He waited on that man. That number two, that shooting guard role was his.
Yeah.
Regardless, I'm waiting for him. When he get healthy, he going right in there. Y'all remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
I know you do, Freeze.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So my man came out the boot. So remember, as soon as he came out that boot, you know what he was doing, right? Starting.
Off top.
Yeah.
Yo, move over, RJ. That's me.
Yeah. And then the other thing too is I know a lot of us make excuses for guys not really stepping up, and the excuse is, well, what if it's the coach that don't want to be successful? That's a crazy argument to make. What type of person that's in a bottom line business that's being held accountable by their bosses is going to be in the mindset of doing something detrimental to his career, the team success, and other players?
David Fizdale.
Life don't work like that.
Sorry, I was making a bad joke.
I mean, life don't work like that. If everybody is on one page, like if the front office is on one page, the coach is on that same page with them, and the roster is on that same page, why would the coach do something detrimental to the page that they're on? He wouldn't do that. What it comes down to is we saw, and it's basically when I go to game, man, I don't care whether it's Memphis or Charlotte or Atlanta or Orlando or DC. When I go see the Knicks, bro, I see Quentin Grimes beat whatever defender it is off the dribble, and then when it's time for him to get a shot up, he kick it out to somebody else instead of going aggressively to the rim.
Or blows the layup.
Right. Or yeah.
Or blows a dunk whenever he gets to elevate that high, which isn't often.
Yeah.
Watches a lot of dunks.
Yeah. So I'm not blaming Tibbs. Now, what I will blame Tibbs for is a basic primary offense, but I'm not gonna say that Tibbs don't want cats to be successful. In that regard. Now, I've seen Tibbs do some stuff that make me scratch my head. Like Obi will score 8 straight points and Tibbs will snatch him out the game. And I've been like, oh, Tibbs, what are you doing right there? You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is if that man is set in a regimen, like his thing is at the 8-minute mark, I'm making substitutions. And regardless if you're cooking or not, when that 8-minute mark come, sorry, boss, you got to sit because he regimented. You know what I'm saying? He's structured. So yeah, I get it, man. I get how we can, and I tend to maybe seem like I'm wavering on that, but because I saw the Charlotte game when everybody in Spectrum Center got up on their feet and did that boom sound when Obi dunked, and then Tibbs took him out the game. But then when you think about it, it's like, yeah, but this dude is wanted Randall in the game anyway. It had nothing to do with Obi cooking.
Was this the trap game before the end of the year?
No, this was the December game.
Oh.
Yeah, this was the December game. I think it was like the 7th or the 9th or something like that.
It was like the
in Charlotte. Yeah.
That's the Dennis Smith Jr. game. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think so. No. The one I'm talking about is the Kemba Walker game when Kemba Walker was coming back home to Charlotte. That's the game I'm referencing.
Oh, the November game from last year.
Yeah. When Kemba Walker was coming back home to Charlotte, they had it circled on the calendar, and Miles Bridges was talking trash. Miles Bridges was in that dude face so bad, I could have just came out the stands, bro, and just.
And a game where the team had like a 20+ point lead and blew it because Tibbs was too slow on the sub draws.
Yeah. And then I saw the most impressive thing to me. And if we're talking about the Charlotte games, it was Johnny Bryant, the way Johnny Bryant was doing the substitution patterns. So yeah.
I mean, the thing that intrigued me was to the game I went to last March of how despite the depleted roster, no Mitch due to the back issue, no Randall due to the knee injury, the team played more cohesively without those two on the floor, and you were using Sims and Gibson at the time to basically space it out in the middle.
Okay. So Freezy, based on your basic query about Grimes, would you consider Beal's, Donovan, and Harden Grimes replacement? Potential?
No, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that, Wiz. I don't know if I want to throw in the towel on Grimes because to upgrade the position. And what I'm saying, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yes. What I'm saying is I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay.
Right? Because every question is not going to have a definitive. Every question is not going to have a definitive answer.
No, I'm saying if you did, would those three be Grimes replacements?
I don't know if I want to, and I'm saying that I don't know if I want to think about that.
Okay. Because I was just going to ask a question of if they are hypothetically.
So you're going to rephrase
which one is the most valuable for? Okay. Which one would be the most ideal for us to have?
So you rephrase and say, okay, all right, whatever. Hey, just put the names in the hat and pick one. Put the names in the hat and pick one.
No, okay. All right, I'm just trying to see because I actually would, because I'm on the Mitchell side, Donovan Mitchell side with one of those, any of those three, for multiple reasons, but at the same time, they all are tempting in some way, shape, or form, but. Only two of them I see the most cons rather than pros. So that's it. But let's not kind of play that because, like I said, you want to let Grimes rock, and I do too. So let's leave Grimes alone right now.
Hey, Freeze, you got to watch Wiz. He trying them old devil dog tactics.
Yeah, he asked me this. He asked me the same question 8 different times, 8 different ways.
See, Wiz trying to get you to go out, be out in 29 Palms and head towards Lava Lake. That's what he's trying to get you to
do. Yeah, and I don't know if I want to do that, bro. I just want to chill. Bro. You know what I'm saying? like some questions is some things is some questions have answers to them, and some questions are just best to be questions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Are you concerned about no GM appointment yet?
I'm sorry?
No, I haven't appointed a GM yet.
It's Gerson Rosas. That's the GM.
I don't know. I'm gonna say this. I would prefer for the GM to be Allen Houston in a fan's perspective type of way. Right? Just from a fan's perspective.
That's
what I like.
In a sense of doing what's good for the whole of the team, or good to a level that it could end up breaking you if it backfires on you.
Say that again.
If you look at like from a morality of alignment, you know, I don't play a lot of D&D, but I've watched a lot of those alignment chart videos. Would this be more, hiring Houston, would this be more done out of a neutral good or a lawful good sentiment?
How about when we're referring to the Wiz question, how about Wiz wants it to be one, but it's framed as the other, which can't get a definitive answer because I know it's the way Wiz is wanting to go with it, and I don't want to answer it that way, but I don't want to choose the other, right? The thing with Houston is not the lawful sentiment, right? It's not, I'm commanded to do this thing because I feel a certain type of way because of a certain belief system.
So it's more of a chaotic sense.
Yeah, so it's more of that sense where I like to see it done, but if it doesn't happen, whatever. Yeah, so it's more chaotic, I guess.
Well, in my case, I'm looking at it from the point of view of I'd like to see some appointment prior to decision-making time.
Okay.
And I'm talking about pre-draft.
Okay.
So I'm concerned that the longer we wait, a little more.
So what if you don't? So what if you don't get it? How would that make you feel?
I'm going to say then by default, Leon Rose is GM. So in certain sense, I'll be okay if he's going to take the title, have them both. But when I want the team direction and decisions being made and meetings being had,
okay,
like what happened with apparently with Ainge, where who's on the phone? Are you the GM? Are you speaking for the GM? Are you the president? Who's on the phone right now?
Right.
I want in the next 10 days. When is the draft actually?
Next Thursday.
Next week. In the next week, anything that's going to be done pre-draft or draft day, the person speaking has the authority to speak based on president or GM saying, I'm speaking on behalf of, or rather not behalf of, I am the,
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You mean to execute the trade and send paperwork to the league office? Or are you talking about to get the parameters of a trade in place so that both team presidents can speak about the issue?
Parameters of the trade.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I agree with you. I agree with you then.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is I won't feel some type of way if these things don't occur. Because ultimately, if you still have Leon Rose as the big dog, why not? Just go with it.
Well, here's my take. I think it's going on. I think they're afraid to make the appointment right now because it's going to be some cat from a podcast who got some blowing stares on.
Talking about Mets. Mets is going to be the GM.
If I were to run
DSJ. It's gonna be DSJ and Freeze.
Oh, that's true. Dre, where's
I know
basketball man and at KBM. I'm just saying, Chief Rocker. I mean, that could be outside the box thinking, and instead of sending the league into a panic zone, to be like, let's do it before the draft day.
I'm not ready, bro. To be honest with you, I'm in a mindset of only working for myself right now. I don't want to do paperwork, assigning businesses over to a partner that I don't have. Now I got to recruit a partner to sign over the stuff that I'm doing right now, so it won't conflict with me. Nah, I ain't going through all that, bro. I'm good.
I know they only for $10 million a year though. So only for $10 million a year, and they'll try to find an assistant to do that for you. They may have Mets take that over.
It's $10 million a year, but what comes with that $10 million a year? Are they going to pay for my housing? Because if it's $10 million a year and I got to pay for my own housing in New York, no, thank you.
Relocation fees. They got you per diem and all kind of stuff, man.
I don't want to pay for food or lodging or parking. And y'all will laugh, but when I look at these CEO contracts, bro, these dudes like CEO negotiate. They like, yo, I need to have a fully paid, fully stocked living space in these 4 cities. And parking is paid for. All these different, man, I didn't know that until I learned that like 3 years ago. Like when you see somebody thing, bro, in their contracts, they have office space, living space, vacation time, all this stuff paid for by the entity. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if the Knicks are doing that, then we can get busy.
We can get
then we can get busy. But my little company, man, I like doing it, and it don't hardly make no money. You know what I'm saying? I don't hardly make no money, but I like being my own boss. I like calling my own shots. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So that means they got to go to the second option is Greeny then.
The Greeny.
You have hire Greeny for $10 million a year with no moving expenses. He'll stay right there in Long Island and operate from the Knicks facility.
Okay.
Right, Greeny, you down with that?
That's not working. Sorry about that. It's not working.
Wiz trying to set everybody up, bro. Nah, man, no thank you. I'm not a taker. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, hey. Yo, Bully is in the building. What's good, man? and yo, Hint says Knicks fans are the God got me people. God sent 3 life preservers, but drowned because they thought he was sending a boat. Yeah. I got you. I got you on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with Hint Murphy on that. Sometimes you have to understand what's really happening. You got to understand the moment. So, yeah, man. Well, hey, y'all, on that note, I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all for rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get out of here and do some afternoon stuff. The neighborhood is coming y'all way in a little while. I don't know if me and the Queen Bee are going to rock live or rock recorded, but it will be rock steady. So I'll holler at y'all, man. See y'all in a little bit. Peace, y'all.